Hello, 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 happy 2020. I know it's been oversaid, but you can't say it enough. We are in 2020. Like, get over it. Let's do it. I'm sitting outside. I hope you guys appreciate the view. This is our balcony in Sydney. We live in Bondi Beach, as I always say. This is our last 2 weeks in Australia, and yeah, I think we did it, and I guess we will find out when we finish the 2 weeks. But what I wanted to say was, first of all, hi, and I'm so happy to be back doing these YouTube videos and talking to you guys and sharing my random thoughts. One of the things that I wanted to do for my YouTube channel specifically this year was to change the name, and I have decided to call it Random Thoughts, because I feel like I just want to share all these crazy, weird things that I either think about or write about or read about, and how I am going through this process of growing as a human being. And I know that this is a shared experience, and I want to share that experience with you guys. So my new channel, well, it's not new, it's old, but we're just changing the name to Random Thoughts. And my random thought today, wait for it, I've really been thinking about our relationship with our parents, and specifically about our relationship with our mothers. I feel like that is a relationship that is it's so vital in terms of how we shape our views, how we think and act and behave. It informs so much of who we are, and it can also be a root of so much trauma in our lives. And so I was really thinking about especially the trauma part. I really want to think of ways where we can heal, and we are all just little children, broken little kids inside who are performing being adults, but deep down there is so much pain, there is so much wound, there is so much hurt. And I was thinking that one of the places that we can start is trying to find ways to heal our relationships with our parents, particularly our mothers. One of the reasons that this thought came to me was I used to do free counseling back a few months ago to some women in South Africa, and a lot of broken mother relationships came up for these women, or relationships that are just so hard with their moms, and that is affecting how they parent. And I was really like, wow, how can we heal this? And what I've come up with, and this been informed, please, you know me, I do like me a disclaimer. So disclaimer number one, please, I'm not a therapist. If you really need to go find one, you can DM me, comment on this video. I can help you find one online. I know that it is so expensive to have a therapist, but I also do know that it is so important to have one. So let me know, and I'll try and help you. Number two, I'm just really sharing with you guys things that I've been through personally, and hopefully in me sharing my stories, you guys will be able to take something from it and grow and learn. And if it's something that you can apply in your life, then you can go ahead and do just that. So let's get on with it. The first thing that I did, and what I advised these women to do, was to admit the pain. We live in a culture and a society that is so driven by avoidance. We learn from this age, stop crying, hold it in, hurt in silence, all these things, be strong, don't cry. we live in a culture that encourages to avoid shit. And so I think the first step towards healing of any trauma is to accept that you are in pain, that there is trauma here, that you've gone through something that is painful, that there is an issue. You cannot heal a wound that you're not willing to reveal. You cannot heal what you conceal, all of that cool stuff. And so number one is to really accepting that your relationship with your parents or your relationship with your mother and your father caused you, and continues to, if it still does, continues to give you a lot of hurt. And you sit with it and you feel it, and then you go, okay, Kanyisa, this hurts. This hurt. How do you move forward? But number one, guys, I can't say it enough. You have to accept, you have to acknowledge that this is a place of pain for you. I had to do that. Mind you, I had to do it after my mom had died. I had to be like, oh, that relationship, as wonderful as it was, as much as I loved that woman, there was a lot of pain there, and I carried that pain in my adulthood, and I dealt with it in therapy. And number two is I had to really extend a lot of compassion. I don't know why I was stuck in my teeth, sorry, but I had to extend a lot of compassion in the fact that my mom was a person, and she was having a human experience, and I had to say, okay, if that person who was my mother was not my mother, if that was someone else, if it was a friend, if it was a friend of a friend, if it was an acquaintance, if it was just somebody that I really didn't have this relationship that was packed with expectation. Do you know what I mean? Like Will Smith says, and I love to quote that all the time, is that expectation is the mother of pain. Talking about mothers, expectation is the mother of pain. But so I was like, if this relationship didn't have all these expectations that I have from it, or the things that I needed from that relationship, how would I have treated this woman? And I was like, I would have had so much compassion, because A, she was a teenager, B, she grew up in a village, her father was a priest, my grandmother was very strict, and all of that environment, it informed the way she parented me. And so knowing that was like, whoa, okay, so she was a person in a situation where she was being challenged as a person, and she made the best of it. She did the best that she can. And I think a lot of us, not all of us, please guys, I'm not saying this goes for all of us, but a lot of us really need to give our parents, like, yo, cut them some slack. They're doing the best that they can. And also I think the last thing is to really look at them, especially our moms, as that they are human beings, and they are here living a human experience, having a human experience. And yes, they are our moms, but that's not who they are. That is not the end all of who they are. They are still people. They have aspirations. Your dreams don't die because you've had kids. They have their own issues. They are still growing. Like a teenage mom is a still growing child. And like I'm 35 years old and I am still growing. I grow every single day. And so if we can look at them and give them the grace that they deserve to be growing human beings, then maybe that will help us, and to say, I remember watching Red Table Talk, and Jada Pinkett was and her half brother, they were talking about their dad who had substance abuse issues. Their dad was basically a drug addict or whatever, and they were saying, we had to, when you become an adult, you have to look at this person beyond them being just your parent. You have to look at them as a human being, a struggling human being in their case. And for a lot of us, I think if we can get to a point of really humanizing our parents, humanizing our moms, removing the superhero status that we place on moms, the super mom, the mom who can do it all, the overachieving mom, and say you are a person. And so yes, there's trauma and there's pain and there's all these things that surround our relationship, but at the core you are a person and you are allowed to have person feelings and mistakes and flaws and successes and all these things that are bundled up in this package of personhood. And so yeah, that's what I want to share with you guys. So number one is accept that you are in pain. Number two, think of ways that you can just show compassion to your parents, to your mom especially. Love moms, I'm sorry, dads too, but like really a lot of the women that I talk to specifically have mom issues. So I'm going to talk about that. And I said, have compassion towards that person. And then number three, realize that they are also a human being and they are here having their own human experience outside of being your parent. That's all I have to say. And please remember, yes, your childhood trauma, you didn't cause it, but it is your responsibility to heal. I know a lot of us have been saying that, floating in the internet, and it is so true. If you are not willing to do the work to heal, you're not going to heal. Do the work, heal. And the work is hard, but it is so worth it at the end of the day. That is my random thought for today. Follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will talk to you next week. And I'll be sharing with you another random thought for that week. And yeah, have a fantastic gay. All I think is gay. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic week. Go out there, be the best version of yourself. Present the best of you to the world. And I'll see you guys next week. And we'll be talking about something else. Subscribe to my channel. Write to me. Facebook me. Instagram me. All of it. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye.